Okay. So on Saturday night, the full moon appeared at 10:58 p.m. So it was right on the cusp of August 1st to August 2nd, right? Balanced in the middle. And that made me think about how important, like a pivot, like the importance of balance in our lives, and how we need balance not just in our ability to stand on one leg, but in our mental lives, in our social lives, in every part of our lives, our nutrition. Everything needs to be balanced. So let's look at balance throughout our practice. And you'll also notice that the heart chakra, which is right in the middle of the 7 chakras, the 3 earth chakras, the 3 ethereal chakras, and it is all about balance and compassion. The balance between the earth and the ethereal planes. So with all of that in mind, bring yourself to center. Close your eyes and come inside. And focus on your breath. Begin to deepen your breath. Fill your lungs all the way up to capacity, and then hold that breath for a count of 2. Hold it. And then exhale slowly, very slowly, until you're completely empty of breath. And then hold that emptiness for a count of 2. And continue the cycle, inhaling and holding, exhaling and holding. Balance. And continue to feel the strength of your breath as you inhale new life and exhale those toxic fumes from your breath and from your mind. And now begin to return to your natural rhythm of breathing. But keep your attention on your breath, noticing the ebb and flow, the balance. And then slowly open your eyes to take in the light. We're going to start, as we often do, with our neck. So take a breath in and exhale. Send your ear to your shoulder, one ear to one shoulder. And feel the stretch on the opposite side of your neck. Breathing into it and letting it go. Breathing into it and asking it to soften. Breathe in and out. And then bring your head to neutral, other side. Send your ear to your shoulder. And breathe into that stretch on the opposite side of your neck. Inhale and exhale, let it go 3 times. Allowing it to soften with each exhale. Letting it release. And then come back to a neutral position. And look over one shoulder. Bring your chin to your shoulder, draw a line across your neck and all the way over to the opposite shoulder. And keep that going from side to side. And next time your chin is at your chest, pause. And bring your head back up to neutral. Send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Let your arms fall by your side. Bring both your arms up overhead. Inhale and exhale both arms to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and come back to center. Send both your arms back behind you. Interlace your fingers. So that may mean you need to move away from the back of your chair, or you can swing around the way I did to the open edge of your chair. So you can have your knuckles on the behind your hips, or you can let them float. You're going to inhale, and then on an exhale, you're going to push your knuckles either into the chair or down towards the floor to open up your heart. Open up your heart. Look up the center of balance in our spinal energy column, our Sushumna. Release your arms. And if you were on the side, come back to center. Send your right arm to the back of the chair or to the side. Look over your shoulder. When you inhale, think about lengthening your spine, crown of your head reaching up. And after you exhale, think about twisting maybe just a little bit more. Your opposite arm can be over both legs. I didn't instruct you on that. Bring your right arm alongside your ear. And keep your opposite arm right where it was on the outside of your leg as you stretch on a slight diagonal, feeling this like this dynamic opposition to encourage balance. And then come back up and come back to center, a nice deep twist. Twist the opposite way, looking over your shoulder. Your opposite arm outside your legs on the side you're twisting to. getting taller on the inhale and twisting a little bit more when you're empty of breath. Keep your arm in your hand that is outside your thigh. Lift the arm that was behind the chair or alongside. Bring it alongside your ear. Inhale and exhale. A little stretch, lateral stretch in the opposite direction, a little bit of a diagonal. Feel the difference in this sort of lateral stretch. And then bring both arms to center. Bring them into a prayer and bring that prayer back down to your heart. Come forward on your chair. Step your feet a little bit forward. They should be at right angles, your legs at right angles. And make circles with your hips. And next time you're forward, pause and go the other way. And then come back to center and sit up. So while you're away from the back of your chair, you're going to stay here so that you could do your cats and dogs. And another way to do them is to swing out to the open side of your chair and place your hands on your thighs, your elbows bent. On an inhale, you're going to open your heart, sending your heart forward, allowing your spine to curl in the letter C. Exhale, slide your hands to your knees. Let your spine curl back behind you, opposite direction. Inhale. And exhale, sliding your hands as you go from front to back. And do this at your own pace, as slow as you like. And any pace is perfect, whatever you like. And this is a great release for your spine. And then come to a neutral spine. And if you move the direction of your seat, then come round to center again. Okay. I'm going to grab a strap. If you have a strap, take hold of that strap. It doesn't have to be a strap like this. It could be a scarf, it could be a necktie, it could be a belt, or it could be nothing. You could do this without the strap too. So, step on the strap or belt or scarf, whatever you happen to have. And one end in either hand. And you're going to send your legs straight out in front of you. So having the strap, the advantage is I can put some tension on it and push my foot into it. But without the strap, I can do that too. So you're pushing, you just don't have that tension, but you can still push your foot away from you if you don't have it. So as if you're pulling it out, you know, away from its joint. Right, good. So bring the straps together into the same hand as your leg. You can hold on to the chair and send your leg all the way out to the side, as far as you can comfortably go. Bring it back to center. And either lengthen your opposite leg, so to give you room, or lift your strapped leg, so that you could more comfortably go over the middle line. Change arms here. And come back to center and release that leg. So step into the strap on the other foot, lift it up, and either press it into the strap, feel a little tension, or just push it away, right? So take hold of both ends with the same arm as the leg that's extended and send it away. Hold on to the chair. Or float your arm. Bring it back to center, switch the holding. Lift it or stretch your leg, or both, and send it over the midline. Bring it back to center and release it. So we're going to turn around to the outside of our chair, to one side of our chair, and scoot to the edge of the chair so that you have one cheek is off the mat, is off the chair, right? And you're going to send that leg back behind you. So it can go goes as far as you're comfortable with it going. You might even like having it on the top of your foot. Either way is good, right? So I'm going to start this way. And as you bring your arm up, your leg comes forward. As you bring your arm down, your leg goes back. As you come forward, your arm goes up. It's like you're using your arm, you're using a lever to send it back and forth. Back and forth. And pause. So now we're going to try to take this a little deeper. Make sure you're holding the back of the chair with your hand, your opposite hand. So here we go again. We're going to send our leg all the way back. Maybe you'll lift it away from the floor. You're going to send it all the way forward. Maybe you'll lift it away from the floor. Send it back. Send it forward. Back and forward. And bring it back down. Good. So balance. We have to do the other side, right? Okay. So once again, come so that your outside hip is off the chair. Your leg goes back behind you. So either with your instep on the floor or you're on the ball of your foot, either way. So you're going to start with your leg bent and forward and send your arm out and let your arm help lead you back and forward. Back and forward. Back and forward once more. All right. And so now we're going to see if we can lift our legs up off the floor. Whoa. And bring it down. Excellent. Come back to center. Right. So come onto the balls of your feet and back down flat on the mat. Come up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Now lift one leg and bring it down. Lift the other leg and bring it down. You can hold on to the side of your chair like you're marching in place. It helps to be forward on your chair, not to be against the back. Okay, good, excellent. So we're going to try to do triangle pose from here. And from a seated position, we'll do it standing as well. But, so we're gonna go back to the way we just was seated. So the difference here is that your outside leg should be straight. And your leg that's off the side of the chair should also be straight. So the corner of the chair is in the middle of you. If that's uncomfortable, it's okay to bend your, this is my right leg, left, so it's okay to bend that left, okay? But you want this leg nice and long and straight. If you can, make them both straight, that's great. And then you're gonna turn your shoulders forward. And you're going to place the back of your hand inside your thigh. And you're going to slide your arm down your leg. You're going to send your other arm all the way up to the sky. And if you wish, look up at your hand. Look up for your triangle, all straight lines. Come back up and swing, just flow the opposite way. Let your arms reach behind you, feel the stretch on the side of your body. Come back to your triangle. Flow in the opposite direction, like you were blowing in the wind. Back to your triangle. And come back up to your seat. Bring both legs to center. Take a breath. And we'll do that on the other side. So try to straighten your legs. Again, you're at the corner of your chair here. You're going to straighten both legs. So you're making a V with your legs. Arm is the back of your hand on your inner thigh. Slide it down, let your arm come all the way up, look up if that works for you. We opened up our neck earlier, but maybe it's still stiff. Yeah. And then flow back in the opposite direction. Balance. And back to triangle. And flow. And triangle. One more time. And back to triangle. And bring it back up. And reel in your legs and come back for a moment, and let's just breathe for a moment. Let's just breathe. All right, so we're going to cross our leg. So take your top leg and take hold of your shin and see if you can place your ankle on your standing leg. So this is a seated pigeon pose. So this is seated. This is a pigeon. Yeah. So you could stay right here and just enjoy this opening. Just feel your hips opening, your hip flexors. And maybe you can add a little bit more challenge to this pose, maybe, by with a flat back coming forward, Bringing your arms in front of your legs and folding over your crossed leg. And slowly unfold and uncross. Let's do the other side. Cross. Very gently, you're going to slide your leg so that your ankle is on your thigh for a pigeon. So the reason for coming down over your leg is that if you were on a mat, that's exactly how your pigeon would be. Your chest would be over your bent leg. So let's do that if that works for you. So you're going to come forward over your leg, bring your arms around in front of your leg for pigeon pose. Take opposite elbows with your hands. Release your arms and unfold and uncross. Okay. So come to the edge of your seat, hands on your thighs, and do just a couple of cats and dogs here. Just want to release the spine a little bit more. And then come to neutral. And then we're going to come to stand. Okay. So one of the first things we're going to do, and you may prefer to have the back of your chair facing you or next to you, is some of the things we did seated. And one of them would be marching in place. Again, your hip creasers are working here, your knee joints, your ankles, your calves. Engage your abs as you walk. And pose. And now I realize since I'm standing, I need to get rid of these. Excuse me, I forgot to do that earlier. Okay, all right. Turn to face your chair. You could have done that pose facing your chair as well. Right. And you're going to shift your weight to your left leg and come on the ball of your right foot. You're going to step your right foot as far back as possible and heel toe your forward leg. So we're in warrior one. So look down, you're holding onto the chair, look down so that you make sure that your feet are lined up like the legs of the chair, right? So they're in their own lane. And your right hand should be on the chair. Your left comes all the way up. Your back leg could be as far back as is comfortable for you. Swing, make sure I'm still in the picture. Come all the way up. Bring your arm down, step forward. Step back with your left leg. Check your feet. Go back, making your distance a little bit longer. Right arm, right leg forward. Left arm comes up to the sky. Warrior one. And open your heart here. That heart opening is important to help us to balance everything. Swing your arm down as you step forward. Okay. So, you know, my favorite Elvis pose, which we'll do now before we go to triangle. So so one foot is at 12, the other is at 2 o'clock. So your right foot would be at 2. You're gonna bend your knees and rock, roll from side to side. And roll. Release your arms. This is something I'm sure you can do without the chair, but it's here for you. Right, little rock and roll. And then bring it back to center. Let's do the other side. So we have 12 o'clock and 10 o'clock, right? And let's do our rock and roll. Maybe you want to play your guitar. And then come back to center. Bring your feet together. So you want to come around to the side of your chair. Come to mountain. Step your inside leg towards the chair, allowing your foot to come under the chair and go in the opposite direction. You're going to step your outside leg a little bit farther away. 2 straight legs. Use the chair for balance. And in a triangle, we have all straight lines. And in a triangle, the key to triangle really is getting your hips to swing and to keep your spine in line with that swing, right? So you want to keep that straight line. So do this with me, feeling that pivot, that balance. And now the next time you're leaning towards the chair, pause. And you're going to place your hand on the seat of the chair and send your other arm straight up and look up at your extended hand if that's comfortable. You're going to lift your hand away, hold on to the back of the chair. And we're going to go to the other side of the chair for the other side. Okay. So same thing here. Your inside foot is underneath the chair. It's straight. Your other foot is out to the side. So these are like your legs are like warrior 2 legs in triangle. The difference is the front leg is not bent, right? And we have a nice straight spine. And let's do that pivot again. So bring your hand to the top of your thigh, where your thigh and your hip meet, your hip socket, and pivot. And pivot, and pivot. And if you need to hold on to the chair, you can still pivot your hips. And now this time, you're going to pivot, keeping that spine nice and long and straight. Bring your hand down on the chair as if it were the floor. And send the other streaming up to the sky. Look up at your hand if that is comfortable for you. And you'll come back up. Excellent. All right. All right, good. So while we're in, we had Warrior One, we did Triangle. I think we should try Warrior Three. So you want to come, you want the chair at the one end or the other of your mat. Come behind your mat, your chair, and you want to make an L shape, right? An L shape. So step back a little ways so that when you bend your arms, you're holding the chair. So you want to step back so that your ankles are under your hips as you bring your whole torso, just like we did with Triangle, that straight line. So you're in this beautiful L shape, right? So you can stay right here, right? Or lift one leg for your Warrior Three, toes pointing to the earth. Ears between your arms, yeah. And then bring it down. And come up to stand for just a moment. Take a breath. And this time you're going to swing your arms out and up. Now that you know the distance, you're going to bend your hips, L shape. Bring your hands to the back of the chair. Get your alignment, get your position. Make sure you have your balance, you have your chair to help you here. And send your other leg back up behind you for Warrior Three. Toes to the mat. And then bring it down and walk over to your chair. Right. So stand to either side of your chair and make circles with your hips, your knees. Make circles. Go the other way. And then come back to sit. And it's no mistake that in yoga, we always balance one side with the other for physical balance, but it also works to have our right brain, left brain working, right? Our balance. So bring your hands to the top of your thighs or wherever you like. As before we come to our Shavasana, I'm going to do one more thing. You're going to open up your legs so that they're at the corners of the chair. You're going to spread your arms, bring them up overhead. And you're going to come down in a fold once again, hinging, not bending from here, hinging from your hip socket, your hinge. Inhale and exhale, and you're going to come forward as far as your body allows. Release your arms, let them dangle inside, let your head dangle. Forward fold. Hang over. Increasing and improving blood flow.
And very slowly unfold. Make it slow and make your head the last thing to come up.
And then walk your feet back together. And come to whatever position you are most comfortable in for your Shavasana. Maybe you like a blanket. I like hugging my blanket. It's my teddy bear. Right. And you might come forward and maybe you'll just lean back into the chair. Any way that works. This is a resting, relaxing, and renewing position. The purpose of a Shavasana is to allow your body to reset your joints, your muscles, and to assimilate all the energy that you created. So there are multiple levels. We need this relaxation time. So whatever position you are in, allow yourself to unfold or come back. Come back into your body and just enjoy being inside your body. Deepen your breath. And go back to where we started. Inhaling and exhaling. Balance. Send your head from side to side, looking over one shoulder and then the other. Coming to center, bring your chin to your chest. Shake your arms, your hands, your feet. And gently just unfold. As you lift your chin, your eyes will open and come to center. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's take all the energy that we've generated to keep it as a reminder, to let it work as a reminder of how important balance is in our lives, in every aspect of our life. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste.